Alright folks, this is a short little video here. This is actually called Inverquiech Castle, and this area here would have been the area that they brought the goods to the castle. This is a short video, but this was actually destroyed in 1295, and there's just a couple of parts of the castle wall. But this is an interesting part of the land here, because this is where the Alyth Burn meets the River Isla, and the River Isla featured in our last video when we went to the River Isla waterfall. But the interesting thing with this castle is it was built up on this piece of land, and the reason I can't really go poking about is because it's in a private garden, and the nice lady at the house here gave us a little tour around the castle and stuff and told us to go and check out this area, and it's so cool of her to give us that little tour and show us the castle. But because it's on private land, obviously I'm not poking about with the camera recording everything, but you can see these original steps here leading up, and that's where they had brought the goods. This was the area in the River Isla, and this was the furthest point that you could come up the river with goods with like a barge. So that's how they reckon they had built the castle here. But also the defence of it, being up on this cliff top between the two rivers, it would have been super difficult to actually... Yeah, it could be over 1,000 years old, folks, because if it was destroyed back in the 1290s, imagine the history. And it was destroyed by Robert the Bruce. Look at this bit here, wow. Yeah, they may have gotten off and on barges. Look at the level sandstone. Yeah. Oh, look at that scene looking up the river. Anyway, folks, like I say, this is a short one. We're about to head back up out of here. And yeah, it's amazing. Sometimes obviously there's not a lot left when things were built at such a long time ago. And yeah, it means it was built like 1,000 years ago. They had a castle or a fort here, a little settlement or a civilization. And just think how ancient these steps are, which are built here. Like a lot of Scottish castles, this farmhouse nearby here is actually built out of the stones from this area here. And all this area would have been built probably in the 1800s or even times before. Also, the owner here was telling us that this outer wall's original to the castle, and so is this area here. Wow, what an area, folks. Inverquiech Castle, and it's another thing documented on the channel here. Check it out, folks, that's actually a medieval toilet, that hole in the wall. And this is the last existing wall. Look how it's built onto the cliff. So check it out, folks, if you want to see where we are now, you'll hit tune into the next video. I couldn't actually record much of that castle, because like I say, it's in private property, and if anybody's going down there to have a look, they should always ask permission, and probably knock at the house door down there, because it's right in the garden, and yeah, it's just respect really for people's property. She obviously doesn't want people in there poking about. But yeah, that was so cool to see it, and just think, right, it was destroyed by Robert the Bruce in the 1290. And just think how long ago that was. It was actually built long before that, and then sadly lost in a battle. But like a lot of castles, they're in a sorry state because it's so long ago. If you consider that castle was actually just about built 1,000 years ago, so to consider there's that amount of stone standing at the top of that cliff. Yeah, right at the top of that. It's like the trading kind of, as far as a barge could get up with supplies to a castle, and maybe to armies in the land north of here or east, west, whatever direction, they could bring that from the south up here and maybe get a lot of troops mobile at once from their supplies from the castle. And that's interesting to think about. And we were allowed to go down and have a look at where that little bit had been, and to see the old stairs up into the kind of cliff top compound of the old castle. So interesting. But anyway, I'm going to end this one here, folks. Goodbye from me. Goodbye from Highlander87. Go and check him out on YouTube if you haven't already. And yeah, we'll see you soon with the next adventure, wherever we end up going.